Welcome to Now Go Lead, the podcast where we help you level up your leadership in just 5 minutes. Each episode, we provide inspiring stories and actionable insights to help you lead with confidence and clarity. Whether you're a seasoned leader or just starting out, our goal is to give you the tools and motivation to level up your leadership game.
I got a message from my mom a couple of days ago that my dad was going to have an emergency quadruple bypass. The news was a little jarring, and as with most unexpected situations, I didn't have a lot of time to react. In the hours leading up to the surgery, my thoughts settled on my dad and our relationship together. In many ways, my dad has provided a profound sense of place in the world for me as a son. I've taken a lot of other roles over the years as a husband and a father, but being a son has always given me a great sense of comfort. It embodies the idea that there's someone watching over me and has my best interest at heart with unconditional love. As I sit here in my late 40s, I haven't lived under the same roof with my parents since I was 18 years old. But there's always been this quantum of solace in the back of my mind that if everything in my life fell apart, I could always go back to my dad and he would give me everything he could offer. And so when I considered an outcome of this open heart surgery, I was forced to reckon with the potential reality where he would no longer be with me. And it was quite a sobering moment. I didn't know much about the world of rock climbing until I watched a 2018 documentary on Alex Honnold's attempt to climb El Capitan, which is one of the most famous rock formations in the world. Of course, this rock face has been conquered many times. But what was particularly interesting about Alex's story is that he wanted to make the climb free solo. And that means he'd be attempting the climb without any of the traditional safety gear like ropes and climbing partners. So on a free solo climb, a single mistake would mean certain death, as there would be nothing to stop you from falling 3,000 feet to the bottom. But after a couple of false starts, Honnold finally started up the rock face in 2017. And it is truly a terrifying spectacle to behold if you watch this video. I mean, even the camera workers couldn't help but look away during certain critical points along the ascent. But Alex stayed focused, and a mere 4 hours later, he emerged at the summit. I've spoken many times about the loneliness that leaders experience. We may start our journey with a cadre of supporters, family, and friends, but the further we go along the journey, our safety net seems to dwindle away. Often the final and most difficult stretches of the journey are made alone, without any guarantees for our safety. It can be a little unsettling in those moments when you realize you're moving to a new phase of the journey that is on one hand familiar, yet you're now forced to operate for the first time without many of the comforts that have accompanied you for so many years. So take 5 minutes and consider, how has your leadership been defined by the people who have supported you along the journey? Is your leadership at a point where you can confidently move forward in the journey, even if the comfort of your supporters were suddenly taken away? Oftentimes we can get too comfortable along the journey. We get to a place where we may think we have nothing else to learn or that we can always count on the safety nets in our life if things fall apart. But the true leader understands that we must be intentional about learning everything we can from those who have gone before us, because the time we have with them is most certainly finite. Today, take time to reach out to the ones who've been a constant source of comfort to you and acknowledge that you wouldn't be the leader you are today without them. It's time to now go lead.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Now Go Lead. Join us next week as we cover a brand new leadership topic and help you level up your leadership in just 5 minutes. For more resources, tips, and inspiration, visit our website at nowgolead.com. You can also connect with us on Instagram at NowGoLead and on LinkedIn. We would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more leaders like you. Also, don't forget to share this podcast with your colleagues and friends who are on their own leadership journey. Now Go Lead is produced by HP Engineering Studios in beautiful Northwest Arkansas. Now go lead.